Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hey,
Michelle, how long has it been?
I think we were on last week.
We were on the, oh, Lord.
Yeah, I think it was the week before we were not on, but we were on last week and um but yeah, it's been a week, so it probably seems like a long time. And I realized I wasn't streaming to for some reason it didn't stream to my Facebook page last week. But in any case, I'm there today. Hi everyone. Y'all ready to talk that stuff about Big Brother?
Of course they are. Of course they are. Let's watch this intro and then we'll
All
get
right.
started.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead and say what like you don't know what I'm talking about.
It gets you every time, huh?
Yes. A mess.
All right, let's talk Big Brother. Let's talk Big
Yes.
Brother. What's going on? I
Yes.
mean,
And
clearly
I
a
think it
lot has
seems
been happening.
a lot. And I think that's why it seems like it's been so long because so much happens between Wednesday to Wednesday. You know, they have HOH nominations and vetoes. So it's just like, whoa, a lot has happened. So yeah, but I guess to bring us back up to speed to where we are today is they have that split. They split the house with the BB Brochella or Big Bro something BB Brochella, I think it is, and Dyre
Mm-hmm.
Fest. Did you
Mm-hmm.
ever see the Fire Fest documentary? That's just a side note.
No.
Okay, add that to your list because that's where I think they get the Dyre Fest from, like playing off of the Fire Fest. Yeah, and there's a I think it's two documentaries, but I watched the one on Netflix. They're both probably a hot mess, but in any case, they split the house in two. Before anything happened, what were your thoughts about the split?
Ooh, okay. So before anything happened, I was like, "Ooh, Terrence coming for this. He coming for." And oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, um, I guess I thought it definitely would be interesting to kind of split the house up. I did not know how they were gonna do it. Like actually have them outside all week. I I didn't know where they were gonna put them. Somebody said they have like a downstairs or something, but anyway, yeah. So I mean, I was looking forward to it, but just trying to see what happened, like, you know, if any drama unfold because they added this twist. It's not their best twist, but you know, it happens. It,
But
it shook
look,
up the house.
in terms of turning the game upside down, ooh, it did not
Yeah,
disappoint.
yeah. That it did. That it did. So um like I said, they had the BB Brochella inside the house. Michael is HOH. There's Jasmine, Monty, Taylor, and Brittany. And
Mm-hmm.
then outside, there is the Dire Fest with Terrence as HOH. And we have Turner, Alyssa, Joseph, and Kyle. So that's who's all.
Can I
You should
just
have
say,
stayed over so I can see
can I just say
what.
all the outside all the boring folk who rarely win, and inside is the people who win. I mean, Brittany,
Yeah.
I don't know where she pulled that one out, but
Yeah. So
yeah.
it happened. And so that's how they are now. And so with Terrence being outside, it's just like, wait a minute, we have a none left over in power, which has not happened since they formed. So it's just like, what do we do in this case? And I mean, there are so many approaches that they could take, but it seems like Joseph took the approach of save leftovers by any means necessary. We're sticking to the leftovers and getting Alyssa out. That's what Kyle is thinking. Turner, I think maybe started out thinking that way, but is gonna do whatever. You know, I feel like that's how he's been playing the game really since he was HOH. Actually, while he was HOH, he probably played that way too, but he doesn't want to get voted out, but he's not invested in super strategy at this point. He's just kind of like, bro, am I cool? Am I straight? Am I you gonna nominate me? We're good, you know, that type of thing. Um, Kyle, which honestly, if you think about it, his character has been not to remain loyal to anybody. If you think about it, because even the reason the leftovers formed, well, not the reason, but part of it is he had that information about the other alliance that he shared with the other people. And so that's how he has been playing the game. So Kyle's strategy is to basically spill the beans on everything. And Twitter was ablaze. I guess Twitter, Reddit, I'm not on Reddit like that. A little bit on Facebook with Big Brother, but nobody was happy about him spilling the beans about the leftovers. Did you have any thoughts when you saw him tell Terrence all about Terrence and Alyssa about the leftovers?
So here's the thing. What he's doing is he's putting his feelings for Alyssa above his future in this game.
Exactly.
By doing what he's doing, he's guaranteeing that he's going to be the first to go. As soon as the other side gets a shot, it's him.
Yeah.
It's him all the way.
Exactly.
And what's his name? Turner? Man, dude, you're gonna have to make a choice quick. You're gonna pick Kyle, or you're gonna go back with the leftovers. And it's not. I mean, when you think about Terrence's side of the house, you don't have a whole lot of winners there.
That's what I was thinking. You don't have a lot of winners. Terrence has gotten, and if you think about it, he didn't really win HOH. He got second place. And because he had to split, I mean, he did. And so he's only HOH because they split the house. He said he threw Otev, but I don't honestly. I mean, he did throw it, but I don't know if he won. Huh?
He wasn't gonna win it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's easy to say you threw it when you.
He had to get up the slide. He can only do it so.
Right. So you can play like you, but Michael already had his stuff, So anyway, he wasn't gonna win that. But you do notice as people leave, the people that are not the strongest start winning HOHs. They do that every season. Somebody that you don't expect wins HOH. So it's happening. But yeah, but he chose the weaker side. Now I know it's a game, and if he thought really about the odds and how he can get further in the game, I'm sorry, but Alyssa had to go. I mean, it'll be different if you're in a showmance where you both like diehard players, you're strategizing back and forth, and you have a path to the end. Alyssa has nothing.
All she is a number. All she is a vote. That's it.
That is
it. And at some point, he's got to understand. I mean, has she ever won anything at all? Anything?
She has not.
What about coming second? Has she come in second at all?
I don't remember her coming in second. I won't say she did. Well, when at the very beginning, the first HOH, wasn't she hanging? I can't remember. Was she hanging on longer?
Was she hanging tough? She was hanging tough.
Oh my gosh. I can't remember, but it's not memorable, whatever she did. Yeah. She's basically just in the house. And I saw on it was one of the reviews of the feeds. They mentioned that even Kyle was trying to talk strategy with her and was just like thinking weeks ahead, like how do we get to the end? And she's like, I just want to focus on this week and then we'll get past, so that's kind of how her brain is like, let's just focus on this week where you playing Big Brother. You got to think about all the scenarios. That's what Michael does. Like, that's what they're doing in the house this week. It's like, okay, if Joseph comes back, this is what we're doing. If Kyle comes back, this is what we're doing. If this has happened. So they have different strategies going based on what happens, where they have nothing. Well, Alyssa hasn't thought of it. I think I'm not going to say Kyle and all of them have thought that I think they are thinking, but not thinking. And
it's very clear. I mean, okay, so what's her name? Ooh, black girl.
Jasmine?
Taylor. So on the in terms of the people who are in the house, Taylor is about the only one who is not strong when it comes to strategy.
Right.
Everyone else, well, with the exception of Jasmine. Jasmine and what's her name?
Well, Jasmine won't be there after this week. So yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like, in terms of everyone who's in the house, they're all strategic thinkers. Yes. With the exception of Jasmine, they're all strong players. Right? Michael and Brittany are probably the only two who don't have like strong social games. But Michael is a beast at almost anything.
Beast. I've never seen it before. It's like, I know he's like a Big Brother super fan, but he must have been like playing these games, like going through every season playing these games or something, because he is killing the game. Like, I haven't seen anybody win like that really
In a while.
Yeah, ever.
It's been a
while. But yeah, so outside the house, they have that, with Terrence the HOH. Inside, it's kind of just, they really have time to strategize because they know it's going to be Jasmine going home. So it's just kind of like, okay, what do we do? Nobody really has a fight. Jasmine's trying, but to no avail because she's going home anyway. And
she's Jasmine.
I know. And it's just kind of like this far in the game, after you've seen so many people go home that's on the block and you weren't involved, or you were like found out later.
You've got to know.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, why isn't she thinking like, hold up, they keep saying Monty going home, but he ain't been home all of these times. And there were times that he could have gone home. So I don't know.
It don't take but 1, maybe 2 weeks for you to realize, oh, you on the outs.
Exactly.
Bottom line
That's
thing
what
is
I'm thinking. But it's kind of like I do that side of the house that it's voted out basically at this point. They were so focused on Taylor and getting Taylor out every week, where they didn't really have any other focus or any other strategy until it was too late.
They were very short-sighted about that. Like, it was like dogs with a bone. It was like really, 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 like you're really going down this path for this when you really should be thinking. I mean, and number one, and I hate to say it like this, she wasn't really a strong player in the beginning. She really wasn't. You could have scapegoated her. You could have had her on the block with all kinds of other people thinking that, oh, it's going to be Taylor. No, we're getting somebody else out. But
basically, they got do the opposite, but they weren't thinking. They were just so focused. And to me, anyway, they were just really focused on that. So I think that was a downfall of their side of the game. And I noticed they're gullible. It's like if you tell them something, they believe you. So that was interesting too. But in any case, back to the outside. So the inside, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the inside, Michael made his nominations, and of course, Jasmine and Monty are on the block. And outside, Terrence made his nominations, and he put Turner and Joseph on the block. So on the inside,
but wait.
Okay.
You've alluded to it, but how and why did Terrence put Joseph and Turner on the block?
Oh, yes. So well, let me back up to this, because I don't know if this wasn't mentioned on the show at all, but I heard this on the live feeds that Terrence mentioned several times that Michael told him to target Joseph. Like, I guess in that time between when they won and when they left out of the house or went into the house before they were separated. That's what I heard, but they didn't air it. I don't know if it's true or not, but
that Michael is a shit stirrer. And he's you know what? That boy, he is smart. I clowned him in the beginning.
Yeah.
But he's smart.
He is. And the thing is, he's strategic and he knows how to win. It's different when you're just strategic but you can't win nothing, so it doesn't matter. But he knows how to win when he needs to. Well, he just can win.
And he's playing people. And you know what? He aligned himself with Brittany, who could barely win anything. So that was smart. He got, and even though the two of them are close and they know they're close, they don't think of them as being together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so smart.
Yeah.
So smart.
And I don't really like him necessarily in general, but I mean, I got to give it to him. He's playing the game. He's playing the best game at this point and succeeding. And somehow have fooled the people to not target him. It's just like everybody that's talking about targets,
except for Monty.
Well, no, Monty and they didn't say this, but they may be playing it tomorrow. But I guess Monty, Taylor, and even Brittany on the live feeds have talked about at some point targeting Michael first when it gets to their inner circle, or like the 5.
Like when it's 5 left.
Yeah. So that will be interesting. I don't know if they're going to air that or not, but at least they're thinking, because I'm just like, he's winning everything. And I mean, you got to get him out when you got the shot because
Yeah,
you may
you
not
really
get it
do.
again. But
Yeah.
anyway, I just
And so that would be interesting
that's not-
because I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
No, I was like that will be really, really interesting because at some point he's got to be thinking, what happens when they turn against me, right?
Mhm.
And now that Brittany is at least open to the idea,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
it'll be interesting. But anyway, that aside, the reason Terrence targeted Joseph and Turner is because Kyle spilled the beans about the cookout, like told him all about him,
The
all the
leftovers.
tea. Huh? Oh, sorry, the leftovers. Sorry. Thank you. The leftovers. I mean, spilled all the tea down to the name, down to this is the strategy. This is why Joseph and Monty chose had you become their festy bestie, all of that. And honestly, I'm like, I thought everybody chose their festy bestie for strategic reasons. So I don't know why Terrence didn't think of that, but that's aside. So he is kind of like, oh my gosh, let me break up this alliance. And Terrence, I hate the cockiness. Like he feels like he's such a great player. Oh, they shouldn't let me be HOH. I'm about to whatever. It's like you got this HOH and you will most likely get Joseph out. I mean, that's what it's looking like kind of at this point. But I mean, you're kind of
okay. So how many old players? Because there's always one in every season.
right.
How many old players have? I mean, besides Dick, because from years past, the one who had a daughter on him. So besides him, like I can't think of another old player who won HOH ever. Like I can't think of one.
I feel like there probably was, but I can't think of one either. I mean, it's rare. I will say it's rare. It's actually rare that they last this long in the game. I'll say that.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
there were so many other people to get out before him. So he's just lucky, honestly, at this point. And they should have gotten him out last week.
But they don't want to. They don't want to because they know that they're gonna win.
Yeah,
he's like the laughing stock
in the end. And I mean, I think Indy actually was coming in second in some of those HOH, some of those competitions. So they kind of saw her as a threat as well. But so yeah, everybody was really hot about him spilling all of that tea. And I feel like it was, of course, strategy for him to not get on the block. But it usually you do that to move yourself further in the game, and that didn't. I don't think it moved him further. It may have moved him one step, like 1 week, but it's not gonna bring him like
his strategy was week by week. Can I get through?
How long can I keep this girl? And I mean, I just wait to see how long they last outside the house. Because her boyfriend, I think he already left her, but she had like a boyfriend coming in the house.
Who?
And he lives in his mama's basement. It's just like it's not gonna work.
You talking about Kyle?
Huh?
You talking about Kyle?
Kyle and Alyssa, yeah.
Wait a minute, he left a girlfriend?
No. Alyssa had a boyfriend. Yes.
Oh,
before she came to the house. And I think it was early on when she first started talking to Kyle that I saw it on Twitter or something that he claimed he left her or whatever because of that. And to me, it's different when you have a showman's in the house and your person outside understands. They're just like, hey, do what you got to do to get that $750,000.
No,
but she like having sex with him and stuff, and not even good sex. It's so sad.
Wait a minute. Sex?
Wait a minute, you didn't know this?
Taught that.
Oh my god. Okay, so okay, this is live feeds, I guess, but because they have not aired this, I will say that. But they were in the have not room on a floaty having sex. They did the do or whatever, and it lasted 10 seconds. I'll say that. He apologized. 10 seconds was ending that day.
Wait a minute. Okay, I got a question. Is she on the pill?
That's what people were wondering. Like, okay, they don't know if it's condoms in the Big Brother house or what.
Ooh.
So we don't know, but hopefully she is, because that would be interesting. You do not want Kyle's BB baby. At all.
And what if they don't last? Because just because they're together now doesn't mean that they're gonna last.
Right.
Oh
And
my
so
God.
that happened. And she told Turner, because I guess apparently she would go to Turner telling him just different things. So she was just like, okay, we did the do. And now, because Kyle started acting funny, like, we got to keep separate. You know, he goes back and forth trying to balance the house, like, okay, now we can't be as close so they won't target us. So she told Turner, was like, don't, well, I don't know if she told him don't tell anybody. But anyway, he end up, I think, telling Kyle some kind of way. I don't think he purposely told him, but he let him know, or he told him. He went back to Alyssa and was like, did you tell anybody about us? And she was like, no, I didn't tell anybody. And so now he's just like, well, Alyssa can lie to me just like I can lie to her.
He
Whatever.
is the dumbest motherfucker I know. The dumbest motherfucker. He's throwing everything away for this girl who can't keep. Look, she already told about her alliance. That's what fucked up her alliance.
Exactly.
Now she's telling about the two of them having sex. You can't trust this girl.
And she can't trust him because he's telling. I mean, it's a mess.
True too.
It's a mess. Too. And that wasn't the only time. I think they had other times.
I'm sorry. I blame him because in this particular situation, he has more power than she does.
That's
so
true.
I blame him.
Yeah. I'm gonna always blame Kyle because he was, he's KKK Kyle, so I'm gonna always blame him.
Nose wide open.
Right.
Damn it.
So yeah. But anyway, I don't know if that's the powers that he's under now, but yeah, he's not thinking past that. Where, yeah. So sticking to the outside, long story short, Turner, Joseph on the block, and they have Vito tonight. I thought they were gonna play the same Vito. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought they were going to play the same Vito. Inside, they played a different one, but since we're on outside they played paper plates stacking game, and whoever can stack the 50 paper plates the highest or whatever. And that ties on to Fire Festival because it was supposed to be this fancy thing, and they ended up giving them paper plates. It was a mess. But Terrence won.
Who knew?
So, now it's just like, okay, we're going to see what he does with this Vito, because what happens is Joseph is still thinking, leftovers above anything else. So he's like, okay, Kyle, we're going to have to strategize and tell him this, blah, 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 blah. And then Kyle goes and tells him, like, look, this is what he's going to try to do. Mm-hmm. Don't believe it. Basically, what I told you is the truth. Joseph comes over, still trying to save Kyle. And Terrence, that's why you can't trust him in your alliance or on the, when they get back to the house anyway. Because he's like, man, why you got it for him? Because he got it for you. And he's like, what? He's like,
but hold up, wait a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Terrence had this master stroke. He was like, forget that. I'm putting Kyle on the block right next to you. I said, okay, now we playing. Oh,
God. So, yeah, we'll see how that
it's all about Turner, baby. It is all about Turner. What are you gonna do, Turner?
Yeah.
Because we know what Alyssa gonna do.
Oh,
it's about Turner. What is Turner gonna do?
And so it could be about convincing, because Turner, it depends on what he's doing. If he decides to save Joseph, then it's of course up to Terrence. And we'll probably see them trying to convince Terrence to keep them if it is a split. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with or what happens. Mm-hmm. So inside, nothing's new. We know, they played a Vito, and this is the what they call it, the
had to guess
the stay and fold competition, where they can either stay or fold based on like the number of things that they see. And Tiffany was back from the cookout, so I was excited to see her, and she hosted the comp.
She was looking nice, wasn't she?
She was. She was cute. Take old Betty's out. She was cute. And Brittany won, and Michael was a close second. Like Michael could have low-key almost won that, but Brittany won. I think if he didn't fold one of those times, he probably could have won. But but anyway, she won, and it's just like blump, blump, blump. She's not gonna use it. They know what's gonna happen. It's all set inside. But it was funny watching Jasmine try to convince her and persuade her to use the Vito. And to me, like at this
little part at the end. It's my birthday week.
Right.
who cares?
Right.
Yeah, I'm
like,
trying to win
okay.
$750,000. Don't care about your little birthday.
Your birthday is over. It's over. She said she's gonna try to milk that. But she was like, to me, like at this point where you're really trying to get the veto, and you can't use like, oh, I never targeted you. I will never target you. If I'm HOH next week, I'm not gonna vote you out. You're not my target. To me, that doesn't work at this point in the game. You got to really be strategic and get something to change your mind. Because Brittany was like, okay. All the while, just like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna use this.
Your girl, Brittany. I mean, let's say this: she's nobody's fool, and she can stick to her guns. And I like that about her. I really do. It's like, oh, you say what you gotta say, baby. Oh, I'm here for it. Everything that you gotta say. Let's play this violin.
Okay, I'm gonna give you all the head nods you
need. Crescendo. Splash.
Okay. Cymbals, everything.
No, you ain't getting it.
Okay. Oh, that's exactly how she was. And Brittany's another one I didn't think. Honestly, if it wasn't for the Festy Bestie twist, Brittany would probably be out. Because remember early on when she was not playing a good game. So I think
her own alliance.
Yeah. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see who actually goes home. I mean, I think it's pretty much a clear shot on the inside. The outside, I think it'll be interesting because a lot we want to happen, but I don't know if you heard that the feeds were out for like 36 hours.
Yes, I did. Now you see, okay, so like if I'm Terrence, what I would do is I would go to Joseph and I'd just be like, hey, look, if you can pull me in, I'm not saying that I want to be part of your, your little alliance or whatever, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. And, I can keep you in this game. And I can even help you target Alyssa and Kyle. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would get, like, just keep me until those people are out.
You know what I think when I think about it, Terrence's strategy, the best thing I think for him, only because it was such a tight-knit group of people, and he was not even on the bottom of the group, he was out of the group, and there's no one left that other than him and Alyssa that was outside of the group at this time, especially after Jasmine leaves. So I would be, look, guys, I didn't really win an HOH. I'm not that strategic. I was blah, blah. Play the take me to the end card because they're thinking this. Take him to the end. Some of the people.
He's already going to the end. He's already going to it's as far as he's going to be in the top 3.
Yeah. So I would play that card and almost like Brittany's playing that second place card. Just take me to the end, guys. You're not.
Which is why he can't make a big move right now.
Yeah.
Which is why I said what would be smart for him is to go to Joseph and say, hey, look, I'm going to keep you. Get rid of Kyle and Alyssa.
Yeah.
Because the other side of the house, they would be down for that.
Yep.
Down for that. Get rid of both of them. And he just needs to ride, coast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we will see how it goes. But very interesting Big Brother. They keep us on our toes. And but I mean, this I think is one of the longest streaks that I can remember. Other than the cookout, where it's just like, oh my gosh, this is a great season. They're getting the people out every week. So every season, at some point, you're disappointed or they're going to get somebody that you like out. So this is our week where they decide to do this interesting double eviction. So
I wonder though. I really, really wonder. Like I know that because I'm Black, I loved the cookout. I did. I'm going to say it. But did America love the cookout?
I think so. Honestly, I feel like they did because I'm judging from Twitter and from just what I see on this Facebook page on Facebook. I didn't see any anti-cookout rhetoric or anything like that. I think they liked the strategy, and I think they didn't want to seem racist probably too, but because they were doing it for a greater good and people saw it. And I will say this that I heard. This is kind of a sidebar, but I heard Joseph only saw that season, so his when he
frame of
thinks of an
thinking.
alliance, he thinks of really being faithful until it's just you all.
Yes.
So I think that's why he's playing the game he's playing rather than thinking that people betray their alliances. Like that's totally out of his head at this
But you
point.
know what? I'll be honest with you. Like I would play a loyal game. I really would play a loyal game until it's just us.
Yeah.
That's me.
I mean, I would do the same thing because to me, it's just like, okay, guys, if you make that decision, of course you can strategize of okay, what we're gonna do, and you can make your final 2s and 3s, but up until it's just y'all, you need to play and then gun for that HOH when you're the first one.
And really try to massage and manipulate the jury. Like
Yes.
that's what it's all about. Like,
And that's what Mike was doing with that jury management when he's like, he's the only one like, yeah, we have an alliance with the leftovers. I don't know if people like him, but to me, I don't know if this jury will appreciate. Well, you know what? They might because now it's mostly
well,
leftovers in the
Indy
jury.
was the first one in the jury, right?
Yeah. So I think
to me, she's like her vote to me just it doesn't even matter because she's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's so hyper emotional.
Yeah,
and
she's
it's
gonna
not
go with
gonna
her
be
heart.
based on, you know what I'm saying? So
Her heart is
whatever.
all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, I think they probably, since it is just leftovers, they probably will think through like, hey, so-and-so did play a good game. You know, I think they'll do that. I don't think they'll be petty like some jurors. So.
Agreed.
Cool. Well, this is exciting and look forward to seeing what happens in the upcoming week.
You know what, Michelle? I can't say this. It looks like we had like a good number of people who watched this live. It was a good number.
Okay.
And you still can't see how many people are live with us.
I can't see until I
look
get off.
At one point we had like 7 people watching. And I was like, and then it would drop down and then it would shoot right back up. I was like, oh Lord, Jesus, roller coaster ride.
Yes. I'll get a lot of congratulations. We'll see.
Well, it's been fun as always.
It has.
Cool. Until next time.
Yes, I'll see you and I'll see y'all. Talking that stuff.
Yes, don't forget to talk that stuff. All about Big Brother.
Yes.